Okay, it's a green to red, so yeah, just do the guitar introduction, the Yamaha JR1, before I give you an update. So yeah, right, response. The area manager has finally made contact, and you can tell there's something not right. He's trying to whittle out of it. What he was basically getting at is when Mark, or if you don't know what's been going on, check out my earlier videos, my dead brother's stolen belongings, and you'll know what's been going on. A lot of people have, said, well, keep us updated, because yeah, so anyway, the area manager has been in contact, and he spoke to me and he said, was it you that went down to collect it? And I told him it wasn't me. And basically what he's trying to get at is saying that when Mark went there, well, Mark and his mate went there to collect it, because you'd have to have two, because it's that big, you couldn't do it by yourself. Needed two to pick it up, because it's split, the tool chest is split into two. Why didn't he, inspect it and find out that it had been broken into? And actually, when I was talking to Mark, and earlier, when he first told me, I said, well, bloody hell, and he said, well, there was no need to. Because I've seen the toolbox, I've been round to Mark's garage, he's actually got it in his garage. He says there was no need for me to look at it. If you look at the toolbox, you have to look at it up close. The only thing that gives it away that it's been broken into is the lock, and it's only like that. It's about 3/4 of an inch. It's only a little small key that fits it. It's like a round barrel. Anything else, you would not know that toolbox and them locks had been damaged. You could walk past it every day. You've got to go right up to it, and you can see the teeth marks on it and the scratch marks. If you just look at it from, in general, or walk past it, you would not know that toolbox has been broken into. And this area manager, that's what he was saying. Oh, I've been calling there in the branch, and I've seen the toolbox there, and it was all locked up and all that. So, he's trying to say, oh yeah, it was all secure, all locked up, and since it's been taken from there, that them tools have gone missing. That's what he's trying to get at. You can see it, but it's not rocket science. Like I say, Mark, he said there was no reason. If I said to Mark, there's the keys, that toolbox is yours, the contents of the tools, the contents and the tools and everything, the equipment are all yours. 1,500 quid's worth of stuff, £400 worth of toolbox. It's all yours. It's Keith. Well, Mark knew that Keith's toolbox was, in his MOT bay and everything. I said, collect it. You go there and take it. So it's Mark's tools, Mark's toolbox, and Mark's tools. I'd given them to him because I was in control of, my brother's belongings. So Mark said he just went there with his mate. He phoned him up, and the first thing he said, though, he noticed when he went there and walked in, as soon as he mentioned, I've come to collect Keith's toolbox, they all went sheepish. That's how he described it. And they opened it up at the door. The MOT bay was all closed up, and they opened the door, and they said, oh, there's his toolbox, and they all vanished. And like I say, to look at the toolbox, you can stand in front of it, and there doesn't look anything wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. So he had no, you wouldn't have a reason to say, oh, before I take it, I'll just check to see if it's been broken into or anything taken. You wouldn't, you wouldn't think in a month of Sundays to think that, would you? You just think, go and collect the toolbox. There's the toolbox. You wouldn't dream that it's been broken into. It's the last thing that'd be on your mind. So that's what Mark did with his mate. He just picked the top half, put it in the van or whatever he used, Second hurt, put it in the van or pickup or wherever they went there. Then he took it back to his garage. He didn't check it. You know, you wouldn't, why would you? You know, he just fully expected that toolbox to be locked with all the tools in. Like I say, you have to look up close and you'll see the scratch marks and you'll see the teeth marks. And they've put like a mole grip on it. And they've also tried the top lock. They've put a key in it and tried it, but the keys are snapped. And then, like I say, Mark, the first thing he did then, he says, when I got it back to my garage, put the toolbox, set it up, got the keys out that I'd given him, and they wouldn't fit in the top lock. So we had to look, and then he saw the teeth marks, the scratches. It's only then that he noticed it. Like I say, you wouldn't normally, you'd look at the toolbox and you wouldn't think anything was wrong with it. And then he tried the drawers, and all the drawers opened. He looked at the bottom lock, and that had be done the same. But like I say, you've got to look at it up close like that. You've got to look at it closely. So just look at the toolbox. So this area manager, he's been saying, oh, I've been going there and it's sit there, it's all locked. It probably was empty then. You know, it's probably been, all these tools have probably been taken weeks ago. And he's trying to say, oh no, it was sitting there, it was all, you know, locked up. He's not going to go, when he pays a visit every so often, he's not there every day, I know that for a fact. Keith used to talk and this and that. He's not going to go up to Keith's toolbox and, oh, is it locked? Try it. He's just going to see it there. And it looks, like I say, because I've actually seen the toolbox, and to look at it, if you shut all the trays and the door, the drawers and things, it doesn't look like there's anything wrong with it. But you go up to the locks closely like that and you look at them locks and you'll see the damage done. But just walking past it and passing, if you look at the toolbox, it does not look nothing wrong with it. So, you know, and as I've said in the earlier videos, that toolbox was Mark's, and all the tools in it, they were his. Because they were his tools, they were his toolbox. 400 quid worth of, you know, of toolbox, and £1,500 worth of tools. It's just, but he's trying to whittle out of it. You can tell. You know, it's not rocket science what has happened. It's not rocket science at all. So anyway, that's the latest. So yeah, and the police, you know, as I've said in the earlier videos, it's been reported to the police. They've not got back to me yet, but they said it was 24, 48 hours or what have you. Oh yeah, and this area manager says he's interviewed the staff, and they said, we don't know anything about it. They're not going to admit to anything, are they? You know, that's not rocket science either. So yeah, that's the latest. So yeah, but you know, it's 2 and 2 make 5. You know, come on. It's not rocket science at all. We know what's happened. You know, it's just... Anyway, so I just thought I would update you on that. That's the latest. Absolutely disgusted with them. Absolutely disgrace there. Right, anyway, I'm going. And I'll see you in the next update.